Ladies and gentlemen, party people in the place to be. It's your boy MAZE.
My bad, I was fucking with this.
No.
Put this out, bro.
I put this on everything.
Party people.
I love this.
It's your boy
My
MAZE.
sweats and my clothes. What is this? I thought I told you this is my world, baby.
We have a Houston hard hitter in the building. You know what I'm saying?
By way
of DC. I don't want to say the DMV, you know what I mean? But
Thank you.
You know what I mean? But by way of DC, you know what I mean? We have animes in the building.
You got me fucked up, yeah, you got me twisted. Talking all that shit like if nobody was listening. Siding with the op, homie, hop and play the victim. How you do me wrong and say I'm the one that's tripping these days? I be wanting to turn on my fucking phone, yeah. Cause this internet drama is getting old, yeah. I'm trying to get to the money, why can't we all win? But in this game, not everybody's really your friend. I wrote a long paragraph to you, but I ain't send it. Cause I'm tired of explaining myself and know my feelings. And I'm just getting started, bet you thought I was finished. I'm my pain and the power, now watch me flip it. I keep to myself, I keep to myself. Can't help the way I feel, that's just how I feel. Going off the deep end, so I'ma put some distance if it's needed. I've been through a lot, but it's all.
What's going on?
Hey, what's good? Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for pulling up.
Oh no, of course I had to. Because when you reached out, it's funny because I seen the interview that you did with Smooth Vega.
Okay.
And so
Shout out
he
to
told
Smooth.
me about you guys. So when you reached out to me, I was like, oh, this is like full circle. It was just perfect.
Sure.
So I was like, yeah, I have to come through.
For sure.
We will do an episode one day called like 6 Degrees from Smooth. Cause about 5 or 6 of our guests have all
connected with Smooth somehow, some way.
He's everywhere.
Verified Vega.
Verified Vega. Or what do you say to call him? Vega McMahon?
Vega
Oh my
McMahon.
goodness.
You know he's a wrestling guy,
yeah.
super wrestling head. But
Oh my goodness.
but for those who might be living under a rock, you know what I mean? Who is Animes?
Animes, I am her, she is I, and we are one.
What she said.
Okay.
Come on, let it be known. You know what I mean?
I'm born and raised in Washington, D.C., Columbia Heights, 202, baby. What's good?
Let them know.
But, yeah, I'm a hip-hop R&B artist. You know, I've been doing music my entire life since I could write. Full House was one of my favorite shows, and Uncle Jesse from the show was like the musician. So in watching him put songs together, that's how I learned how to put songs together. So it was just kind of natural for me. So I would go into my room and I would, just write songs like, okay, this is the verse, this is the bridge, this is the hook, da-da-da-da. And yeah, I've just been doing music ever since. I've been taking it serious for a good 5-some years now, and shit's really starting to pick up. So I'm excited.
That's dope. Quick sidebar. Full House. Did you watch the reboot on Netflix?
I did.
What'd you think of it?
I appreciated it for what it was. I thought it was dope. It's great, but it's nothing like the original. I love the original. It has my heart.
I think it got mixed reviews. I think you liked it, didn't you?
It was nice.
I think it was cool for what it was, and it seems it seemed like the nostalgia thing is kind of the thing right now that kind of bring back everything. So I just felt it felt like it was kind of time to do it, but because that's kind of a first time thing that Full House inspired you to create music.
Right. Well, that's one of the
them. So what are the others?
Well, so I grew up listening to a bunch of everything. I never really listened to one thing, you know. So, with my parents on the radio, they would listen to Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Tina Turner, all these different artists. And then I have an older brother, so whatever he listened to, I listened to. So he listened to a lot of Biggie, a lot of Eminem, but also a lot of Linkin Park too. It's just all over the place, But for me, one of my huge influences was TLC. I love TLC so much. I feel like they're just a beautiful mixture of hip hop, R&B, pop, and funk, and a lot of my music is like that in a sense too, where it's a mixture of sounds and it's all me. And I'm a Pisces, so I feel like that makes sense. Wow. We're just...
Yeah, for sure. Nah, so I'm put some pressure on you. Favorite member of TLC?
Left Eye.
So, let me give you something to think about. Inundate your mind with intentions to turn you out.
Left Eye.
Makes sense.
Her energy was just out here.
Yeah,
absolutely.
She was ahead of her time.
She really was.
Like,
not no disrespect on the other two, but if she was the glue, she was the glue
for sure.
for that.
I love Left Eye.
No, Left Eye was definitely a star for sure, and her creativity was just through the roof.
Yeah, for sure. So it was definitely TLC, and it was also Selena. You know, I grew up like watching her, like, and it was just her presence. It was just something about her stage presence that just spoke volumes. Like, amazing vocalist, you know, amazing performer, and it's just, I wanted to be that. You know what I'm saying? So
that's dope. So with your sound, it's not the traditional DC sound.
Absolutely not.
So was that by choice? I think the DC sound is unique, especially when it comes to guys like Wale and
right. You know, I do take certain kind of DC patterns and I'll like implement it in my songs and I'll just make it my own.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But no, I love the DC scene. Like a bunch of artists that are popping out right now, like No Savage, JG Riff. These are like the new cats. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely like using their patterns and stuff because it's different. You know, it doesn't really sound like anything else. But I like to create my own style too. So. Yeah,
and one of the, listening to your music on the way here, you're very vulnerable.
Yeah.
I feel like you're an open book. And there's a lot of songs where, there's times where there's, the positivity and your happiness is through the roof, and there's some lows in there too. There was one song in particular.
So you creating stories just to hurt me. You don't wanna see me happy if it ain't with you. Even though you put your hands on me, I played it cool. Was such a fool, I loved you more than I loved myself. Give you the keys to my life, watch us burn in hell. Made me believe you was right and I was in my feels. How you terrorize my life and say it's no big deal.
That's probably my most transparent record.
Yeah.
I've never been so detailed with anything that personal that happened to me in my life. Mm-hmm. That was a first for me.
So it's almost like music is therapy in a sense, like.
For sure, like even before I had fans, like music was just, that was my safe space. That was a place where I could go to and just.
Oh, shout out to Skrilla, put the video up.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, we had 21.2K? What's good?
Okay, let them know.
Independent. But yeah, I've never been that vulnerable on a record. That was hard for me to write too, like when I wrote that, it was a week after I had left the relationship that I was in, and I was sitting in the car and I was just playing beats, and this one beat in particular really resonated with me, and I started rapping and I just started writing it down, and it was so hard for me to do, and I've never had an experience like that.
Yeah. Never. I mean, the numbers don't lie. People heard it, but it's still growing. And people need to hear it and check this out. This is one of the records that's like, I'm like, damn. Not only, you're a talented artist, but your pen game.
Thank you.
Is dope. And I think that's important.
Especially in like, talking about issues like this.
Right.
Because it isn't talked about enough, especially like within our culture, in music and stuff. And it happens so often. I live life thinking like, oh, it could never be me. Like, no way. If it happens, I'm out. But it's like when you're in it, like, it's different. Like, it's really psychological.
For sure.
And I'm glad that I was able to put it on paper, like, and to create a song where it's still appealing to the ears. That way it can resonate with the listener. One, they can rock to it, and they can, feel like they're not alone. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I definitely make sure I take time to really push my pen. That's always been my thing, is just getting better and better, because once upon a time I was trash, but
I think we all were at one point.
Yeah. Nah, not at all. Like, there's some motherfuckers that are just like,
they just
make it make sense, but
yeah. Nah, I mean we all start somewhere. Yeah. It's just where you improve
all
from.
about like consistency.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like, sometimes, all the time, our experience is definitely good or bad. I think we should see them as an opportunity to flip it, to turn pain into power, to turn negative into positive. you know. So with what I went through, it was literally like, for me, like deep down, I wanted to give up. Like I wanted to stop doing music. Like I was done.
Wow.
But there was something in me. There was this light in me was like, no, you need to like speak on this.
Absolutely.
Because how you felt alone when you were going through that, imagine how many women, how many men are going through this as well, and they feel alone. They feel like they have no one to turn to.
Yeah.
Because whether it's like shame or maybe they don't have anybody, but it's like at least a song could give that kind of like reassurance to let you know that you're not crazy and you're not alone and you need to leave.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, stuff like this is powerful, and when it comes to the listener, if it resonates with them and they relate to you,
Yeah.
they're gonna roll with you and ride for you that much harder, you know.
Have you seen rather the fruits of that labor as far as like your fans come to you, be like, yo, I heard that joint.
Oh yeah.
And how does that make you feel as far as
It's bittersweet, you know. I mean, of course I like it because it's like, yeah, I'm gaining new fans and stuff, but it also breaks my heart. And it's, at first it was kind of like reliving my trauma. Because even before the song came out, I started getting into TikTok, and little by little I started telling my story. Just little by little. I wasn't even specific, nothing. Yeah. But it went viral. And then all of a sudden, everybody's telling me their story. In the comments, sending me messages on like TikTok, IG, just everywhere. And it broke my heart. And every time they would send me these messages, it was like reliving my own trauma. But at the same time, it felt like I'm glad I could help you and be here for you. Because a lot of people told me, yo, like, you helped me, you know, leave my toxic relationship, or I'm going like 3 weeks no contact, you know, things like that. And I started doing like a bunch of TikTok lives with, you know, a bunch of my supporters, and it would literally be like a group therapy session. And that was something that that was something that I always wanted to do in real life after I left, but it was so hard for me to do because it made it real. Yeah. To sit in a circle with a bunch of girls that like have gone through the same thing, I wasn't ready for that. Gotcha. And so when I shot this video, that was my first time, and it was like a group therapy session. That whole music video, I couldn't stop crying. That was like the first time it actually like hit me. Fuck, this actually happened, you know. But yeah, I've received like a bunch of messages, and it's dope because we can grow together and we can heal together, and that's what it's about. But it also breaks my heart, you know, because you can't save them all. Right. So
yeah, unfortunately. Now on the flip side, just to change it up a little bit, there's a joint that I was really fond of.
That's Skrills. Matter of fact, so Skrills found you. He put me onto you. He found you through TikTok.
Yeah, ironically enough, again, it just happens as smooth. Like, oh yeah, I know her. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But I found me for years.
Yeah, but I have found you through TikTok. And just like I found XB
Valentine, right?
TikTok, and then of course I went through your catalog. Like I messaged you, I was like, "Yo, I went through your whole catalog, like the whole shit." Yeah, yeah. And there was one that really stuck out to me called "Warning," and it was because you flipped one of my favorite joints.
Well, I'm not a player, but I'm nothing you could play with. I'm just tryna fuck, I ain't here for conversation. I just need dick with no complications. Baby, don't go and start calling me. Baby, don't go and start falling for me. You gotta leave in the morning. I'm not a player, but I come with a warning.
I just remember thinking like, yo, that kind of got me hooked. And there was another one, I can't remember the name, but I swear it was a Mobb Deep flip.
Demons.
Hey, Marco. I get real transparent on tequila. I hope you don't get scared of all my demons. I say I don't care, you don't believe it. See it in my eyes, you know I'm bleeding. Things ain't been the same since the last time. I wanna love, but I can't cause of my pride. You looking like the type to ruin my life, but I won't try. Yeah.
Man, that's what had me like, yo, she gotta come on, bro. We gotta talk about that. So if you could just touch on, like, was it Mark Henry?
Yeah.
He did those?
Shout out to Mark Henry, man.
Look at you doing your research.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you can talk about that dynamic, like, did you have input on that? Was that him? Like, yo, we should flip this, or we should do this, that, and the third?
Well, so I started working with Mark Henry a good, like, 5-6 years ago. I used to go by a different name, but we ain't gonna say it. So when I was rebranding and I changed my name to Anna Maze, that was around the time where I met Mark. And so he was developing me, you know, around that time. And he is definitely a producer. You know, there's that difference between beat maker and producers.
Absolutely,
you know yes. And so with him, it was really about figuring out who I am as a person and pushing myself vocally and even lyrically. You know, if it wasn't for him, like, I wouldn't be as like good as I am now. So he's always like very like heavily into, you know, flipping things like samples and like old stuff, because he's a little bit older than I am.
Yeah.
But with Warning, that was my idea. Warning was my idea because I love that song. And then but the Mobb Deep one, Demons, that was all him.
Word.
That was all him.
Okay.
And I was like,
shout out to Mark.
Shout out to Mark, man.
Nah, shout out Mark Henry.
Shout out Mark Henry for real.
He makes a lot of dope stuff. Even if you've heard the TTYL project.
Yes.
Yes.
So from beginning to end, like, he wanted it to be like a flow. Like, you have to listen to that from beginning to end because it just flows. You know what I'm saying? And I wrote that when I was still in Washington, D.C., and this was before I was moving out to live out in Fort Worth. And so Mark thinking, okay, you're coming from here and you're moving to Texas, let's add like some Texas like samples in it. So we have the Drink in My Cup in the Omni Hotel joint. And then I think you even have some Webby and like Way to Go or something like that. Like, so just to give it like a southern like transition into my mood and stuff. So
which you stated in the intro to that project that it's a little bit of a bar exam, right? You said
These labels wasn't trying to give me my check. It's not just about money, but it's about respect. Yeah, I want it all, I don't want nothing less. If you got a problem, say it with your chest. I don't compare to any of the rest. Said I learned my lesson, I'm put to the test.
It's about respect.
It's about respect.
It's about respect.
Yeah, so speak on that a little bit. So I'm sure these labels have knocked on your door.
Oh no, yes.
You know what I mean?
I've had, you know, many meetings with labels as well as like working with them. You know, I also do like a little bit of songwriting as well. You know,
names?
Oh, I actually do.
I tried. Listen, I mean, we had another ghostwriter on the show too. I tried to get the names. I was like, yo, names? And why would you ask me that? And I'm like, all right, cool, I tried. So, but go ahead, Skrills.
One of these days, someone's gonna slip.
Someone's gonna slip.
We'll just drop the beat. We'll just drop the beep. You know
we'll drop a sensor. You know what I mean?
We're not gonna put nobody
the dolphin noise that we like to do.
You would really have to do your research.
Yeah. Oh, so your name's in the credits and all that. Yeah. So
I do have a question. The Lil Kim album, was it 9?
Yeah, the 9 album.
Right. So you
took part of that.
Oh yeah, I was a part of the production with Mark Henry. I think we had Bag.
Yes, Lord, I'm still hardcore, numero uno, but you know what bitches still draw for. My fans want an encore. Beach house overseas, that's the meaning of an offshore.
Yeah.
So no.
I love that record. Nah, Kim, like her pen game.
Nah, I'm joking.
Don't come for Kim. Kim.
Oh no, Kim will.
Crazy. Her pen game's crazy. Nah. But I do have an ear. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So when it comes to the production as well, like I have an ear for that. So,
yeah. Oh, so you be making beats and stuff too, or more like what you hear and you?
Yeah, like.
Gotcha.
Whether it's like changing the pitch or like melodies, you know, things like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Do you often lay things down as what they call what's the term?
References.
You kind of mumble it and then you fill it in.
And then you fill it in.
So I record myself. So that's what I do. I'll just have the beat and I'll just like freestyle melodies, little bits of words, and then I'll just like add on to it. Yeah. Whatever I like.
And ever been a record where you just ended up freestyling the whole thing? You were like, yo, this is actually all right, let me keep it.
The whole thing? Like in one take, freestyle?
Mostly.
Nah.
But is that, a part of your attention to detail? Is like always going to back.
My attention to detail is like, and that just goes back to pushing my pen. You know what I'm saying? Like
as a creative, it's just
like I like telling stories in a way where it's still appealing to the ear.
For sure.
And that it takes a lot of work. So.
Nah, most definitely. You fuck with like the gangster rap, like the sounds like that, like Mobb Deep and.
To be honest, when I started rap, because now I do a lot of like melodic rap, but I came into the game rapping, like rap, like.
I could tell.
So the singing came later?
Singing came later?
Thanks to Mark Henry. When I met this motherfucker, I could curse, right?
Absolutely.
I was on some like rap, whatever. He came into my life talking about like, this shit whack, you need to sing a little bit. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? And he didn't say it was whack. I was like, whack, but nah.
He probably said it nicely, like, all right. It's cool, but you know.
Always a but, always.
Yeah.
But nah, he actually had me study a lot of like Janae Aiko, and I love her so much. And that's how, to be honest, I learned to be like a little bit more melodic. And stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
it's interesting because even like Janae is not the songstress, you know what I mean? But when it comes to melodies and harmonies,
crazy.
She finds the pocket and she bodies it each and every time. So now that makes sense.
She's in her own lane, like for sure.
I originally thought you were like Mexican.
Everybody thinks that.
Now, I mean,
a lot of people here think that. Like,
you're Peruvian born.
I was born in DC, but my parents are from Peru.
Right. Yeah,
okay.
But that's your
background.
Okay. So does that play anything into your music? Like, you know, how do your parents react to it, as far as like, or your family for that matter?
My family, for the most part, like my parents and my brother live in DC. The rest of my family's in Peru, right? But everybody's really supportive, you know. In the beginning, my parents were like, hip hop, rap. Like, they were kind of scared for me, you know, because of the whole, like...
The culture around it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like, they were afraid, like, you know, drugs, alcohol. That's crazy.
Oh, too late. You're on camera.
Hey, God.
Hey, Mom.
But, you know, and it's a male-dominated industry as well.
For sure.
You know, that's a whole other, like, thing behind it. You know, but for me, if it was something that I wanted, I went after it. There was nothing or nobody that could stop me. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it was the music. Like, I did this for music, nothing else. I didn't care about anything else. So, but over the years, you know, just being able to prove to them that I'm good, that I could actually do this.
Yeah.
Like, you know, especially with the songwriting, like just traveling to different states, like to write for other artists and you know, to show them like, yo, I'm safe, like I'm good, I'm doing what I'm doing. Like, you know. So, but they're huge supporters. Even my family out in Peru, they love it.
Because I also came across some joints where you flipped it in Spanish.
Yes.
Aunque trates de olvidarme con otra, no vengas con rosas, olvídate esas cosas. Que en la vida existen cosas más valiosas. Al final de todo me tienes curiosa. Al saber.
Was that already in you? Was it more like you looking out for your fam, you know, out there?
That was in me. That was something that I felt necessary to do. You know what I'm saying? To just embrace my culture.
Right.
So, yeah, and I love the music as well. So it's like I dabble into like a bunch of different things, and
gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And that's definitely helped out a lot with many opportunities when it comes to like writing. So
All Blue is actually another record that I saw. I was like, that's a really dope record.
Yeah, I love that song so much.
How has your growth on YouTube been, like, as far as the process?
I was just about to mention that.
It's grown a lot more within the past like 6-something months. To be honest, a lot of it comes from TikTok. Like, it's just crazy how TikTok is able to really push your content out to your market. Like, it just knows, you know what I'm saying? So TikTok has definitely helped a lot with my growth everywhere. YouTube, Instagram, like, everywhere.
So
even in person. Like, I'm from DC.
Yeah.
I come to Texas, I get recognized. Like, for real? Like, when I was at the convention earlier, I was going to the bathroom. So I was like, hey, yo, you do music? And I was like, me? No, for real. It's like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I'm Anna Maze. It's like, I follow you. I was like, oh, shit, that's cool.
That's dope. So it's funny, we were talking about Joe Budden earlier, but Joe Budden did say, as a creator, if you don't have TikTok, you're considered a dinosaur. Do you agree with that statement?
Yes, because a year ago or years ago, I didn't know how to work TikTok. Like, I didn't.
I felt like me last week, but go ahead. I just created TikTok, by the way. MAZI'S WORLD official on TikTok. Holla at me.
I was such a TikTok hater at first. The same way a lot of people were like Instagram haters. I was like a TikTok hater. Because I was like, oh, fuck this industry. Let it go. I was bitter. But, you know, over time, I came to realize that's because, for me at least, I can speak for myself. That's because I was trying too hard to be something that I wasn't. You know? And when you try hard to be something that you're not, it's like, it's just, whatever you do is just not organic. And that's why you have such a tough time. Like, for me, I had a tough time with creating TikTok content because I didn't know who the fuck I was. I was making bangers and shit, but I was still finding myself as like a person.
Got you.
Becoming one with myself and being okay with that person in the public. You know what I'm saying? And you know, God does crazy things. You know, funny.
Follow me every day when I go to work. Like,
but you know, sometimes I do feel like, you know, God puts you through the storm for a reason. You know, and it's what you take out of that situation. You know, and for me, it was what I went through. It was that abusive relationship that I was in. After that, it was just I was faced with myself. Everything, like the good, the bad, the ugly, you know. And it was at that point where I was just like, I get it, you know. And I became more okay with who I was and standing up for me, because I've always been a giver, a people pleaser. I wanted to make everybody happy, even my audience, you know. I wanted to make everybody happy.
For sure.
And especially being a woman and being Latina, there's so much expectations on how you're supposed to sound, how you're supposed to look, you know. But it just got to a point in my life where it's just like, I'm in my own maze, and it's just like, you know what, I'm going to just become one with my maze, and I'm going to be open about it. You know what I mean?
See what you did there.
Yeah, the wordplay with your name, yeah.
That's why I named myself Anna Maze.
That's hard.
Because we're all trapped in our own maze when you think about it. We're all trying to figure out who the fuck we are.
Okay.
You know, we're trying to learn right from wrong. Find balance between happiness and sadness and things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Damn. That shit got deep.
That's dope, though.
That's dope. That's super dope.
Love them type of combos for sure.
Nah, for sure.
Let's talk about Houston.
Yes. When you first came to Houston, was it a culture shock
It was.
From DC to the lifestyle from DC to...
It was. Absolutely. Like, Texas, Houston, there's just so much sky. Like, it's like, what? Like,
right.
we're
wide
like,
open.
This is Earth for real. Like, you know, in DC, that's like a lot of tall buildings. We have places where, like, there's sky.
Sure.
But it's like a lot of tall buildings, a lot of trees. You know, it's city. Mm-hmm. But here it's just more open space. And that was a little bit refreshing for me, you know, because I'm just used to, like, being busy. You know, I actually had one of my friends tell me one time, she used to live out in New York, and she said living in New York felt to her like she was aging faster. And I can understand that, because out here I just feel so, like, at peace. I don't know. So it's definitely that, just the environment. The taco trucks, motherfuckers. Cheap than a motherfucker. And they good. Like, what happened? Like, I don't understand. Like, why is this not over there? You know, like, it makes no sense. But that was a shock for me, because it's like, I've never, like, in DC, like, tacos go for like $6-7. Like, I'm like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they don't make them how they make them here.
Making a killing, yo.
I'm plotting. That's crazy.
No, I'm plotting, man. Like,
Nah, what's wild though too is that she's talking about Houston tacos. Those are different than San Antonio tacos.
Oh, I haven't tried the tacos yet.
Oh yeah,
it's different.
It's different.
Is it better?
We got the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Houston.
I'll stand on that.
Yeah.
I'll stand on that.
No, Houston knows.
They know.
They know.
Yeah.
They know.
Is it true?
I forgot because of Houston residents. My bad. My bad. But no, I'll stand on that shit.
He like, we in my house.
We all fucking with you.
Nah, they got some good tacos, but there's a difference.
There's a difference between
sure,
like different cities when it comes to tacos. Like, I know Austin says they have the best breakfast tacos. That's cap.
Big cap.
That's cap. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to tacos, you definitely gotta, when you migrate through the cities, whether you know Austin, you just try them out. Just try them out.
Yeah. What you think, Never Die?
Hey man, I'm the Texas OG. I gotta say San Antonio got them tough ass tacos.
Hey, come on, man. And the bomb. Let's go.
I'm even my own, cause this nigga from Dallas. So, you know, got detail in the building too.
Texas OG. I'll be
he be around Texas. Yeah, so yeah, he official stamp, man. Y'all heard it.
All right, I guess. I haven't had San Antonio tacos, so I can't say nothing.
Right.
Oh,
I
shit.
try them first.
I was gonna say, y'all got plenty of time. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, we got some spots to recommend. Oh,
yeah, recommendations.
We just came from, so there's a spot. Shout out to El Camino. It's a food truck park, and they got a taco truck there. They also got Pete's Chicken Shack. Shout out to my guys over at Pete's. What else do they got? Jeepney, they do Filipino food.
It's everything.
It's everything.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything. Yeah, Peter Chick, Mediterranean. They do Mediterranean food.
Nice.
Asshole, they do lobster. But yeah.
I just had some video tacos.
Oh, that sounds good.
They're so good.
For sure.
And of course, I had chicken strips because I'm the quote chicken strip connoisseur. Yeah, so chicken strips are my thing. But yeah, y'all should definitely check them out. But I mean, this is gonna be when y'all ride around the city. There's food trucks everywhere, and then a lot of times they sell tacos. Yeah, for sure.
Everybody want the tea, but I will show me what you want, yeah, what you want to do. Can I put my trust in you, can I call you? People look me in my eyes and told me shit that's not true. I just want them bands and I want them all blue. Hoping you don't judge me and I won't judge you. I done did some things that I cannot undo. Don't look me in my eyes and tell me shit that's not true. Let's just get these bands and let's get them all blue.
You say like, oh, like DC sound, like, and I love DC music, but it isn't as like together.
Right.
When I go to Houston, it seems like, I mean, everybody's gonna say, "Oh no, my city ain't supporting da 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 da." But for me, the way that I see it, like, it seems like everybody's really supportive.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I think the Houston scene, the people that matter, and you know what I mean, the names, they are unified, and I think they know to push the city forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So when it came to artists like, of course, like the OGs like the Slims and Flips and Paul and Mike and Chameleon there. Of course, they pushed them. Then the next generation with Travis, they pushed him. Yeah. Then now with Meg Thee Stallion, they got behind her and pushed.
And that's
and then who knows? MVZE gets up next. They push you.
Oh, it's in the works, baby. It's in the works.
You know what I mean?
Like, that's what I see too. Like when I came here, in May, and I was here for like an event, and then Infamous Text with like Hustle Town 97.9.
Okay.
Like, he had reached out to me saying, "Yo, like, let me put you on like a show," and it was a show. It was a weigh-in, and the proceeds were going towards domestic violence. G Love was on the lineup. She was actually the one getting weighed in or whatever. Okay. She's a little boxer too.
Is this the one where she was fighting the one
connected?
Yeah, on the one they got on the show, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
He's hip.
A gold star.
No cap. He be doing his research on me.
That's crazy. I'm scared now. I'm like, what else do you know?
That video was crazy.
So I met her and Never Die like sometime in May, and just vibe was there, and I'm very, very big on vibes. You know? I roll by myself. I'm very like, I don't need extra people. I'm very, very picky about the energies that I have around me.
Sure.
So when I came across them, and it made sense. We spoke the same. We believed the same shit. It was just like, all right, let's work. And just seeing how nice they are. And that's different. Yeah. Because a lot of people aren't nice. At least like where I'm
not up front, right?
That's crazy. And that's the first time somebody describes me like that.
Like, yo, you nice.
I mean, when that vision clear and you walking, like, you see people for how they really are.
Facts.
A lot of people be blinded by their own bullshit.
They project onto other people.
Exactly.
Gotcha. That's crazy though. Exactly. Like for real though. Like to be able to like, you know what I'm saying? Like see somebody for what they are, that's crazy. Like, cause not many people, you know what I'm saying? Like not many people see people for what they are. They project onto others, and that's crazy. So
exactly.
Yeah.
But like just seeing how, how you were saying like people that matter, right? The way I look at them, I see them as big fish. I don't see them as little fish. They're big fish.
Gotcha.
Because tomorrow they could pop. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. But it's just they have this like energy in them, and I saw that because there was a bunch of people that wanted to work with me, and I fuck with everybody. Everybody's cool,
Sure.
But at the end of the day, like it was that energy, and they just been really been supporting me, and I've been in rooms with like a bunch of A&Rs and a lot of like and it's just it'd be a lot of talk, it'd be a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
But they've been showing every step of the way, and just in a couple of months, we like accomplished a lot of shit that's like in the works right now.
Okay.
So I'm very excited. So that's something that was different for me when I came down here, just to support, So
yeah, and MAZI'S is definitely a star, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
I believe it.
I believe it
for sure.
For sure. So what's the next project you got lined up, or are you still?
Well, actually, we can speak on this now.
Okay, talk about it.
So Crystal poppin'.
We some Henny sipping, cash counting, tie body, finger licking, money getting, never tripping, hard dripping, big tipping, lame tricking, lane switching, fly catching, paper stacking, rain, work that day. We don't give a fuck, bitches.
I saw the IG clip where you were sitting with her, and I was gonna ask that, but I know you like to play it cool. So you know you don't like speaking on something. But I was kind of leading up to it. You know what I mean? And I know you said you rocked the show with Snow the Product as well.
Yeah.
So and I know Snow and Crystal definitely seem like they're aligned. And then when you pulled up, I'm like, oh, she okay. I see how she's moving. So go ahead, speak on that.
So I met Crystal a year ago, because we were on the same lineup, Centro Popular with Vega, his festival, the one that he's
of course
today.
Yeah, for sure.
Out there, that's crazy.
Anniversary.
How things come full circle. 6 degrees of what? 6 degrees of Vega.
Yeah, verified.
Smooth Vega. Jeez, man.
That's crazy. A year ago, he had linked me with Crystal because I was in Houston first before I went to Fort Worth, and she was out there on tour with Milena. And so we linked up and we just vibed out, and like it was refreshing to me because I'm not used to like other female artists being like, what's up, girl? Like,
like cool. Yeah.
You know? That was different.
Because a lot of them do come standoffish.
Yeah, they're like very competitive.
Right.
But it's like, nah, with her it was very like, yo, like you the homie for real.
That's dope.
And we linked and we vibed out, and we were just keeping tabs for like that whole year. So when I started coming back to Texas, like to Houston and stuff, because she had moved to Houston, I think top of 2022, we started like kicking it, and we spoke about working together, but it was just like thoughts, like ideas, nothing really set in stone. And then we had met up with, I don't want to drop names yet, but so we were given an opportunity to come together to create a project, and it be hosted by this DJ, and her name is DJ Blue Diamond. Blue Diamond is a DJ out in New York, and I was like, fuck yeah. Because these are 3 Latinas. Blue Diamond's, I believe she's Puerto Rican. Crystal's Mexican, and I'm Peruvian, and I'm just like, yo, like that's just fucking lit. And we don't see enough of that. We don't see enough of like Latinas or just females working together, period, on a project. And it's just we all bring like different flavors to this, situation and stuff like that. And we started working on the music, and it's just, oh my god, like, I mean, I'm already fire, she's fire. Like, Blue Diamond got her own energy, so it's like putting all of that shit together. It's like tasting a taco, right? I guess from San Antonio.
Yes.
And just saying like, this is the best taco ever. It's like one of those, you know what I'm saying? So,
for sure.
I'm giving y'all the benefit of the doubt. But it's amazing, and I'm super excited. I've said it before. It's like, me as a young girl, I would have loved to see that growing up. So the fact that I get to be a part of that, is just, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And amazing.
Full circle. Like, I told you, I'm her.
And amazing. That's hilarious. That's actually kind of clever. That's actually kind of clever. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm kind of mad at that I didn't come up with that. That's amazing.
You're welcome.
Straight up. That's hard. So I hate asking this question, but I have to ask. Release date?
Oh, I wish I had a release date for you.
Oh, okay.
Soon. Very soon.
Just say very soon.
It's
Say that works.
Very, very soon, but we're still finishing up like a few touches, and then
Yeah.
Because that is one thing I said. I already ran through a catalog,
right?
So I'm just kind of chilling right now. Yeah, I mean,
just chilling right now.
Yeah.
So I
went back to a few, obviously. You know what I'm saying, but some new stuff will be dope.
Yeah, but that boy definitely do his research.
Skrills does his thing. Yeah.
I'm actually planning on. I might be releasing a new single very, very soon.
Dope.
I don't know yet, cause I'm at a point in my life, in my career, where I'm transitioning, right? And conversations are being had, so it's like, You know.
Now to that point, my understanding, you're independent, correct? Now, would you rather have a machine behind you, like the big labels, or a solid team of, 2, 3, 4 people, whatever, and stay independent, move independent?
I've been independent for a long time, right? And I appreciate being independent because I learned so much. I had to wear so many hats. From being like a writer to like a producer to being a performer and entertainer.
Yeah.
That's a whole different ballgame too, you know what I'm saying? To even being my own manager, my own like PR team, marketing, all of that. But it's gotten to a point where, all right, I've done what I could. And I just want to put a lot of my energy into the music, into being an artist. So I am at a point where I'm expanding,
Yeah.
I want to build a core team with people such as Never Die and G Love. And of course I have my production team, Mark Henry, Super P, my video guy, and Portia, she does my graphics. That's my core. That's my family. That's this, and that's locked. There's solid, right? However, the G Love loves to explain it as an onion. There's different layers, you know what I'm saying, to a team.
For sure.
And I am at a point where I am fucking fire and I know it. But I need the rest of the world to know it too.
Absolutely.
Because
so it's a matter of like amplifying.
And those resources
and
of marketing.
Like motherfuckers got to come correct. Like, I'm not a dumbass. You know what I'm saying?
About the respect.
Yeah, it's about respect. It's not just about money. It's about respect. But I am open to that, for sure, to expanding my team, to putting a machine behind me, because not only am I dope as fuck, but I'm also coming with a message, and I'm coming at it with a different angle. And I want to inspire others. I want to help others heal, because in me being enlightened by that shit, healing, I'm still healing. I want everybody else to heal too. So it's like, you got to play the game to change the game. So.
Absolutely. And that's something I appreciate because,
that's real.
Yeah, absolutely. Mazi knows that and we listen to music similarly as far as like substance, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because anything could really be a bop, you know what I mean? Pretty much anyone can make something a bop.
Right.
But if you can make a bop, what you do,
and you saying something,
but you saying something too,
bless you.
You've now built the vessel, right, to distribute to those that and they accept it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I appreciate that, and that's why I'm glad that you pulled up and y'all made the time, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely see in a lot of things going on for you guys, and for you particularly. So I'm glad we got you early, because who knows down the line, I might hit her and be like, yo, what? Who this?
That's the countdown?
6 months.
5 now.
She about to blow.
Hold on.
It's crazy.
5 months.
Belief is a hell of a motherfucker. Like,
absolutely.
I'm trying to look. They doing a countdown.
It goes reality.
What's going on?
So when I left, I'm telling you, like, but God, I was gonna give up, but God, like, literally, I had went back to DC after, and I linked with my videographer now. He's the one that shot Don't Forget to Mention.
Yeah.
And my newest one these days. And we started working. I didn't know what I was going to do with it. I was just, let's take pictures, let's do videos, like, whatever. And then it got to a point where it's like, all right, I'll release music again, And I told him, give me 6 months. He was like, for what? And I'm like, I don't know. Just give me 6 months. Let's keep working. 6 months later, I go to Houston. I get booked to go to Houston, and that's where I meet them.
Yeah.
And it made sense. Started working with them. We started, like, getting really locked in, and I told them 6 months. And so Never Die literally wrote in his phone on this day, what was it, like, July 20
month ago.
something? Like, now we can no longer say 6 months. So now the countdown is on for
5,
real.
yeah.
5 months.
But it's beautiful because it's like, I believed it. My videographer believed it.
Yeah.
they're believing it. So all of us, it's like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Absolutely.
Believe plus,
we believe
plus action equals reality. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, that's a gem.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Facts, man.
We got it.
They try to stop me, but God.
We got execute.
God.
You see the flag back there?
The marathon continues.
Hey, facts.
They ain't believing us.
If you look around,
God did.
God did.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a fact. I mean, if you look around the room, everything you said, we got things representing, and that's why we got execution up there, because it's about execution.
It's about execution, consistency.
Facts, and then you guys have the next big thing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Is multiple of you believing the same thing. All of you guys are going the same way, and you guys chose to walk together, and shit, it's happening, man. It's happening, man. You guys get it before anybody else gets it. So hey.
And because of that, I'm always come back and make time.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate you.
That's
man,
love.
for sure.
Yeah.
That's love.
Absolutely.
For sure.
That's dope.
That's word. And y'all could use this footage against me. Anna, you said. I'll bring tacos.
New wave shit.
Chill. I'll bring tacos. I got you.
Skrilla.
No, this is a dope convo, man.
Very,
Skrilla, you
very
got
dope.
anything else, man? I feel like
it's a dope convo. I appreciate it. You touched on a lot of things that I wanted to touch on. Unless y'all got anything else, I really appreciate you.
You got a question? Go for it.
Run it.
Do you have any merch?
I do have merch, actually. So there's a link in my bio. It's a link tree. And in one of the options, it says merch. And it'll like redirect you to a website where you can cop For the Streets shirts. So I have a song called For the Streets.
Which I've heard.
Yes, it's fire, I know.
Yeah.
And that was another
Yeah, I love that energy.
I love it.
and that was another flip too. I don't know if you caught it.
You a scrub, be a dub, be a creep. Don't know why I drop you, cause I'm way too how you leave. You wanna link up, it's sweet, I don't wanna speak. I feel sorry for your bitch because you wish that she was me. No way.
Yes! That's what it is.
Hold on. Run it back.
He a scrub, he a dub, he a creep. He was like,
yeah.
Okay.
He's a slut, he's a hoe.
He's a freak. Got a different girl every day of the week.
Come on.
Wow.
Man,
Wow, I'm trash, bro. I'm trash.
I ain't even gonna cap. I had it. I felt like that little boy that was like, duh.
Damn.
Motherfucking
Yeah.
Oh, you stupid.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, she right. She fire.
She right. Nah, yeah.
She fire and she knows it. Very cool.
Sign offs. Yeah. Where can they find you if they want to follow you and get a hold of you and all that stuff and ask about the budget? About the writing and all of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Make sure the budget is correct. You know what I mean? You want your pen, you want your song, your next hit.
Because it's really feeling like today's price.
It's not yesterday's price.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real. Sorry, y'all, you just gave me an idea, like for my next project. You know how like people be like talking like interludes or whatever.
Yeah. Listen, you have our permission to use it. Listen, you know what I mean? He definitely, if you want to use it.
A little 5%.
Nah, just being mentioned. You know what I'm saying?
We just looking for the cosign.
We just looking for the cosign, like.
just don't forget to mention.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just be like, yo, shout out, you know what I mean? That's cool with us. But nah, go ahead.
You can follow me everywhere on all social media platforms, streaming services at Anna MAZE. That's Anna with 2 N's, MVZE. So stay tuned, follow me, because a lot of big shit finna pop off very soon, you know. And again, whatever it is that you want to do in life, go for it. Don't let nothing and nobody stop you, you know. Yeah.
Preach, queen,
Thank you.
Listen.
Hey, that's
a great way to end that. So yeah, be sure to check out Anna MAZE on all DSPs. Stream, buy, support, hit the merch, all that good stuff.
All the above.
Words for the OG. Any words for the
any words?
Yeah.
Man, shout out to y'all boys, man. Shout out to San Antonio. Man, y'all be hitting up my messages asking how much for Anna MAZE. Man, y'all better get ready because she about to blow. So y'all come correct, and man, don't be kicking yourself in the head like, man, I could have got her for this much, but now she this much.
Cause it be like that. It be like that.
New
for
wave
sure.
shit.
For sure.
G-Love?
You love anything?
Shit, man, we working, bro. We working. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely give credit to Animaze. You know what I'm saying? A Latina artist, you know what I'm saying, representing, you know what I'm saying, so just putting down for the females, man. We on some female entrepreneurship shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, hey, by the people, for the people, we the new wave, you know what I'm saying? We're up next, you know what I'm saying? So, you dig?
You know what I mean?
Houston, what up?
Fire.
I mean, where can they find you if they people want to follow G Love and all?
Man, you guys can follow me at GEELOVEHTX, man. We coming up. We next.
We now.
We now. Oh, we now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, nah, for real, man. Like, it's been a pleasure, you know, linking up with like-minded individuals and, you know, working with like-minded female artists. You know what I'm saying? You don't come around that often. You know what I'm saying? Especially talented ones. You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
Hey, shit, we out here, man. Some friendly competition, shit, man. So, man, everybody step it the fuck up, man. We next.
Talk about it.
Here. We now.
Facts.
Skrills, where can they find you at?
Nowhere.
Don't look for you.
I'm in the background. I'm the fucking ghost back here.
And I guess you can find me on TikTok at MAZI'S WORLD Official, IG MAZI'S WORLD. Yeah, you know what I mean? I got some videos out there. You know what I'm saying?
It's a start.
It's a start. You know,
You gotta start somewhere.
I start somewhere. I'm starting with dad jokes and all that, but you know.
Aww.
No,
don't all that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's real though, because I mean, shit, to be able to like finish your 56th song, you got to start with your first one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what you
Let's
said,
go.
100 and what episodes?
92.
192 episodes. To be able to be there, you got to start with one. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, big shout out to MAZI'S WORLD.
You heard
Good
it.
energy here.
Yeah, I know. I like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Y'all never got to come back, man. What y'all doing tomorrow, you know?
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the city. You know what I'm saying? We could definitely have some G-Love interview. You never die. You never
Hey, you know what I mean?
Kind of same shit.
For sure. And we definitely got to check these taco spots out. You know what I mean?
Shit, sign us up. As a matter of fact, shit, what y'all doing tomorrow? since
They about to perform right now at the after party for the car show. Y'all want to come through? Free to get in.
Hey.
yeah, shit.
Let's go.
Shit,
Shoot.
pull up, man. What y'all doing?
What we doing?
Hey, bro, I just got to turn the shit off.
Let's go.
All right, with that being said, closeouts, visit nightcloudsup.com, use promo code MAZI22 for 10% off your entire purchase on merch. DaviesEntertainment.com as well to get your MAZI'S WORLD merch there too. And like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching and tuning in as y'all do every single week. We will catch y'all later. Y'all be safe.
MAZI'S WORLD.
Peace.
Maserati.
So focused, I just need some meaning to my name. Plus, I'm cheating with these codes. If you thinking it's a game, that's real talk. Man, this ain't no game to me. This ain't no game to me. This ain't no game.